Kenya has a very vibrant investment space for startups. There are lots of organizations that are looking to support small and growing businesses. But I think there is a bit of a gap when it comes to supporting startups, especially financing startups. So from the idea all the way up to the early stage, there's a bit of a financing gap there. So accelerators and incubators play a vital role in the ecosystem because they give startups and then very early stage businesses the opportunity to think critically about their business, think about their business model, and they also expose them to other actors within the ecosystem where they could potentially get support, financial support, or get grants that they need for testing some of their ideas and that kind of thing. I think funders and other organizations could potentially work with GrowthAfrica, one, to support specific groups of entrepreneurs that they're interested in. So if a corporation is interested in a particular sector and they want to work with small businesses in their value chains or their supply chains, they should definitely talk with GrowthAfrica. I think funders who are interested in supporting early stage entrepreneurship should also work with GrowthAfrica, specifically for those businesses that are not quite there yet in terms of developing their business model or are not quite there yet in terms of thinking through who their market is and thinking about their business. They should refer them to GrowthAfrica. GrowthAfrica, being a member of the East Africa chapter, is a supportive member of the ecosystem. So they're one of the ANDE members that we can rely on to connect with other members and is open to working with other members. So they're very collaborative in the way they think about the work that they're doing. And they're also relatively good at leading other organizations to work better together, which is something that ANDE is always looking for. Yeah, GrowthAfrica and organizations like GrowthAfrica play a critical role in the ecosystem because they work with groups of businesses that are at not very early stage, but they're still early stage moving towards growth stage. They play a critical role in terms of providing them with the information that they need. Exposure that they give the entrepreneurs is really useful in helping those entrepreneurs identify other organizations that they should be working with. I think for startups, they need to think about their growth strategy from the very beginning. My advice to them is to talk to as many organizations as possible, gain exposure. So I would encourage them to, for example, apply for programs like the GrowthAfrica acceleration programs. I'd encourage them to network. I'd encourage them to talk to other entrepreneurs that have worked with investors or that have participated in different programs and get as much knowledge as they can so that they know who to go to for what and that they know what's available to them.